If you run a credit repair business, there is a few different type of automation that you need to actually start scaling your business. Now, when I talk about automation, I'm not just talking about you just automating your business and not being inside of your business, but I'm actually talking about automating your business to the point where you don't have to spend hundreds and $1,000s a month to actually hire somebody to do something that a system can actually do. But what you can actually do is set up different type of automation sequences for certain things. Like if someone onboarded into your company, you know that you have a virtual assistant that will literally, create a Google Drive document or create a Google Drive folder, or even, check mark the onboarding process. But what if I can show you some of the automations that we have literally implemented in our credit repair business to help us scale to literally 6 and 7 figures. Not only that, scale other credit repair businesses as well to 6 and 7 figures, right? But these are the top automations. I'm literally going to dive into my computer and I'm going to show you these are the top automations that you want to have in your business if you literally want to scale, right? If you don't want to scale, you don't need these type of automations. But if you do want to scale, you want to stay to the end, right? You want to stay to the end and be able to see all the systems in our sequences so that you can actually duplicate this and take your business to the next level. Let's go. And we are live. All right, guys. So we are live. Of course, like I promised, I'm going to go over my 10 top Zaps. Of course, we have hundreds of Zaps. We're not only just using Zapier, but using other platforms like Integromat and so forth, right? But we're going to go over the 10 top Zaps that you need to actually implement, especially in your credit repair business. I might even throw out a bonus Zap that we use that save us hundreds of dollars a month, where I don't have to actually hire more people to actually help run our business, right? Because a part of automation is for you to really 90% automation, 20% human, right? And the cool thing about this is that when I started my credit repair business, right, I used to hire so many people until I finally realized I can really automate every single thing that they do, right? For example, if we have Zoom meetings, I used to pay my admin to actually go in there, take the videos, right? And pull the videos and passwords and everything, and then send it over into our SOP, right? So that our team can go back and watch it. But why would I do that if we can automatically send all the replays into the general Slack channel and then pull the data and move it over to Asana? So it's so many cool things that you can actually do when it comes to automating your business and automating your day-to-day flow. And I'm going to actually dive into this literally right now. So let me go ahead and drop this camera. Boom. All right, perfect. Now, the first Zap that you guys should utilize, and if you guys are actually utilizing Credit Repair Cloud, which is a disputing software, or any other disputing software out there that actually utilize Zap, right? You guys should have this one specific Zap. This saves us time when we onboard our client. Now, the number one thing it does is that when a client fills out our onboarding form, right? When they're ready to get their credit repair, they fill out their form. What happens is they automatically fill out the form, right? They get they get moved over to a stage in our pipeline, which will say document uploaded, right? After they fill out the form. And then they will automatically get sent over into Credit Repair Cloud, which is our disputing software, right? And the reason why we actually set that up is because, number one, we don't want to manually type in all the client information, right? Which can take up time, right? Of course, some people might be like, why? It wouldn't hurt if I sit there and do it for 5 minutes. Well, time is money, right? That 5 minutes that my team is sitting in there typing in this information, they could have at least started the disputing process or making sure that the customer get access to our free program so that they can be able to understand our process and so forward, right? Now, a second Zap that you need to have in place is if you're using Hubstaff. Hubstaff is a platform that we use to track our team and our employees, what they're doing, when they're clocking in. We're actually getting a notification letting us know that they're actually working, right? We have a specific channel on Slack that sends me the notification every single day, right? And this is really, really dope. Again, like I said, I'm gonna go in and show you guys. anytime someone clocks in, it can be admin, it can be sales reps, it can be our social media team, it can be our marketing team, it can be our dispute team. Anytime they actually clock in, we actually set up a Zap that I can get that notification, just so that I know that, okay, so-and-so is not here today. And with this cool thing in the channel, I have my executive assistant that goes in and really go through the whole team to make sure that everybody's working. I really kind of set it up for me and my executive assistant just in case, so I can be able to get that notification and feel excited and, you know, feel happy that they're actually working, right? Now, another Zap that you guys want to make sure that you have, right? And this is really needed, right? Is that anytime that a client makes a purchase in your business, right? And this is really based upon the merchant provider you're using. You can either use your merchant, you can either be using your subscriber, your subscription based platform. Let's say you're using Recurly or Thrive Card. If you're doing the monthly recurring, what you want to do is that you want to be able to move everybody that purchased into a specific contact list. If you're using ActiveCampaign, if you're using MailChimp, if you're using Aweber, whatever mailing platform you're using, you need to be able, one thing that I fully understand when I got into e-commerce in 2012 was that data is the most number one thing that you want to focus on, right? You want to be able to build up your data. If you're spending money on advertising, even if you're not spending money on advertising, you want to be able to, put that list of people in one specific, list, right? So if anybody that purchased, they're in that specific list, right? Now, let's go into our exclusive Zaps, right? I'm going to show you guys some Zaps that we actually utilize in our agency, which is dope that you can actually implement these in your business as well. Any business, right? Which is so cool, right? One Zap that we usually implement that works for us, that saves us time, is we have our Facebook Messenger to Slack, right? So anytime we get a message from our specific page, because of course, if you're running ads, you want to actually understand that people are going to be messaging your business, right? And if you don't have a team that is going to be like literally sitting there watching all the, which can cost money, because now you have to hire a virtual assistant or a social media team to actually sit there and go through, people that are sending out messages. What you can do to save time is create a Zap that anybody that comes in to your Facebook page and send you a message in a specific channel on Slack, so that your team, right, your social media team, right, can literally respond back in there. Or you have a specific VA that's doing other tasks, but that's not just sitting on Facebook, that can literally go and send out a response, right? Which is really dope. We love using this Zap. It kind of, prevent us from me hiring a lot of people that is unnecessary and so forward, right? Now, this is one Zap that I'm going to show you guys that's really cool. And I love this so much. It's very automated. But we have 3 different Zaps for this, where you can set up, we set up our weekly calls. So we have weekly calls Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, right? And the reason why I love this is because I don't have to have my admin or my EA constantly retyping, copying, pasting, and posting in the chat like, hey team, we have a meeting. Even though they do know we have a meeting, the good thing about this is that this specific Zap, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how it looks. I didn't want to go too deep into it because it was gonna take up a lot of time, but I'm gonna show you guys this every week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you guys can tell, this one is for Monday. It's gonna send out a specific message, right? Hello team, our weekly meeting is starting in a few minutes. The link is below to join. See you inside. Zoom link right here. And SWC Media Agency, right? Our team meeting is starting. Now, the cool thing about this is that this is automated, and it sends itself 5 minutes before the meeting actually even starts. So now it's giving my team, it's getting them ready and prepped up so they can be able to attend the meeting, and there's no excuses, because there are consequences if they don't attend the meeting without letting our EA or our admin know, like, hey, I'm not going to be able to make the meeting. this is what's popped up, or we might have a call. There might be like a call for our sales reps during that time, right? So that is a cool thing that you guys want to, have implemented into your business, right? If you do have team meetings, if you don't have team meetings, I suggest you, if you want to scale and grow your company, you have to have team meetings, right? Communication is key. Now, another Zap that I want to talk about is we have one Zap that is for failed payments, right? Again, if you guys are using Stripe, if you guys are using Recurly, if you guys are using PayPal, whatever merchant provider that you're using, authorized.net, you guys can be able to implement this, right? And the great thing about this is that you are going to be able to send out email to your client. This can be for credit repair of 100%, and this is something that we do use in our credit repair business as well. When there is a new event in Stripe, you can send out a message to a channel, which the channel will be your customer service or billing team, which will send out another email to the customer, right? It's going to pull the data from Stripe, send it into the Slack channel, showing the customer name, letting our team know, like, hey, follow up with this person in our CRM, which our CRM we're using is Go High Level, which is white label to Scale 360, because we actually built our system to the way it is right now, which will send out an email to the customer, letting them know, like, hey, Jesse, or hey, Chris, we noticed that your payment failed. Did you update? Did you get a new card, or is your card blocked? Please call this number to, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? This is a cool Zap that I know that is saving us a lot of time when it comes to us running our business. Now, again, there is so many different automations that you can literally set up in your business, which is insane. We have other Zaps. We have other technical Zaps. If a failed payment happened, right? Let's say someone's trying to make a purchase and the payment failed. We have a Zap for that, which will send them an automation and put them into our email list. It goes deeper and deeper. We even have Zaps for people that if they're going to get onboarded, right? So let's just say that we have someone that onboarded, and we usually give our clients a gift. Let me see why this is. Okay, it does work. So we actually give our clients gifts and stuff like that. So let's say that our client filled out an onboarding form, right? And what happens is we kind of set up a delay for 30 to 40 days because we don't want to just automatically send out a gift to them. And what we do is after 30 days, then we set up another delay, right? After the queue, 5 more days. So it's like 35 days in total. And we make sure that the client actually made their payment, right? After they made their next month payment, what we do is we send them out a gift, right? It might be a free, course that we're charging anywhere from $400 to $1,000. It might be a gift that our team can just purchase from Amazon and send it directly to our, client billing address that they are located, or where they're located currently. And it's just to show some type of appreciation, because of course you guys have to remember, this can be for credit repair, this can be for digital marketing, whatever the case may be. You want to always show your customers that you care, right? And you want to show some type of appreciation, right? So this is a Zap that we have. We call it a 30 days onboarded Zap, which we give them a gift. And like I said, this is something that really, really helps us a lot. One Zap that I do want to show you guys is this is a very, very important Zap that I don't know what I can do without this, is that we have a Zap that anytime there's a new lead that comes in from Facebook, right? And this specific Zap, the reason why we actually this is perfect for us is because when you're running lead generations, right? If anybody knows, if you're running lead generations or if you're doing booked appointments, you guys have to understand that number one, a lot of the information that comes in from Facebook lead form are not always 100% accurate, especially emails, right? Some people might have an email called kissmy.com or fu@gmail.com, whatever the case may be, right? And we don't want to pile up our email list, number one, and we don't want to pile up our CRM with junk emails, right? So what we do is anytime a lead comes in, it only continues if, right, the email is actually verified, right? So if they come in as a lead form, and I'm going to go ahead and break this down to you guys so you guys can actually see this. what is only going to continue if the email text starts with email, right? Now, if it does, the next thing that we do is that, I don't want to mess up our zaps, is that we push the email to Never Bounce. Now, there's other platforms out there that you can actually implement, but Never Bounce is a platform that actually verifies emails if it's a spam, if it's actually a real email, right? And if it is a real email, then what happens is it pushes that email directly to our CRM, which is Go High Level, right? Now, when it pushes it directly to Go High Level, then what it does is that it adds it to our spreadsheet. It sends it a message to our Slack channel, letting our team know like, hey, we got a new lead. Then it adds it to our active campaign so that it can kick in the automation that we do for, everybody that opts in for a lead, right? Now, that is the cool thing about this Zap. And this is a Zap that I literally want everybody to actually implement, because this is something very, very serious. It saves you time from having a lot of SHITTY emails, right? And it saves you time from just sending out emails to people that are not going to respond. You don't want to get a list of 5,000 people that and they're just 50% of the emails are like fake emails or, junk emails from Facebook, because you do have to understand there's people that signed up for Facebook years ago and don't update their email. They're still signing in with the same email. So, this specific Zap right here actually prevents that from happening, right? And I really, really, really love this Zap so much, right? Now, I have another Zap, very, very basic Zap. Facebook leads to Asana. Asana is our SOP platform. And the reason why we send a lot of our leads to Asana as well is because we're building out, it's really for backup, just so that it will be easier for us to export. We can export from our CRM, but I just like having backup for data, because of course our agency, our credit repair business, everything's all database. If you're spending money on advertising, it's data. That's one thing you have to understand. Data, right? If you spend money, you need the data, right? What am I going to get back in return? Sales, data, sales, data. Now, another Zap that I want to show you guys is there is a Zap that we have that is, let me actually search for this specific Zap. It's a Zoom where anytime, perfect. So anytime that we have a Zoom meeting, right? What happens is that it actually, anytime there's a new recording in Zoom, what it does is we set up the action to convert the date and time, because the date and time the data that pulls in from Zoom is kind of funny, or it's kind of reversed. Let me not say it's funny, but it's kind of reversed. So what we do is we kind of set up the format to be able to, when it pulls into Slack, right, it's kind of formatted correctly, and it will set up a task in Asana to take that Zoom recording, put it into a specific Asana task, right, every single day, and then send a channel message to our team, letting them know like, hey, the Zoom recording is ready, right? Now, this is the Zap that I was telling you guys about that literally saved my EA, my admin time, from doing this every single day, right? Now, we are going to be setting up another one for our demo calls where we can be able to pull in, we can have one specific Asana strictly for demo calls that literally take all the recordings into that specific channel, right? So this is a good Zap to set up. Of course, everybody won't need this, but it's very, 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 very useful. Very useful, right? Now, let's keep it going. Let me show you guys one of my favorite ones. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. We talked about the Hub Staff. So of course, I didn't show you guys the Hub Staff sheet. So anytime someone starts a timer in Hub Staff, we create a spread row. We create a sheet in our Google Sheet. We create a row, in our Google Sheet with their tracker, right? When they clocked in, when they clocked out, how many hours they worked, who clocked in, and the task, right? Now, the reason why is because, like I said, this actually saves time from us to be able to, having to go in there and manually set this up, right? We don't want to waste time, right? We do not want to waste time. We don't want to have our team manually do things that can be automated, right? So of course, again, like I was saying, when it comes to automation, there are a lot of things that people do not talk about that you guys need to start implementing that can literally help you take your business to a whole nother level. And this is something that I like focusing on. We literally have over 3 different Zap accounts for different automations. We use Integromat as well. It's another, I kind of call it Zapier, but for me, it's more intent because it literally does some extreme things that Zapier will not do, right? Zapier, same thing, right? So of course, guys, I love you guys. If you guys are watching this video on YouTube, make sure to hit the subscribe button, right? And drop a comment below. Let me know exactly what type of videos you guys want to see when it comes to us, delivering content for you to help you scale your business and take your business to the next level. If you're watching this on Instagram, share this video. There's a lot of individuals out there that are looking to take their business to the next level. Let's go, guys.